Last week, we talked about the 5-second rule, how counting down from 5 can interrupt hesitation and push you into action. But a lot of you came back with the same question. Why is it so hard in the first place? Why does change feel like pushing a boulder uphill every single time, even when you genuinely want to change? The answer isn't weakness, it isn't laziness, and it has nothing to do with how motivated you are. It's your brain. And today we're going to look at exactly what it's doing and how to work with it instead of against it. Your brain has one primary job, not to make you happy, not to help you succeed. Its job, the job it has been doing for 200,000 years, is to keep you alive. And the most efficient way to stay alive is to conserve energy and avoid risk. Change to your brain is risk, even positive change. Starting a new habit, leaving a comfortable job, setting a boundary, all of it triggers the same ancient warning system. This system lives in a part of your brain called the amygdala. It's fast, automatic, and it fires before your conscious mind has a chance to weigh in. By the time you're thinking, I should really start that project, your amygdala has already started generating reasons why now isn't the right time. This is why willpower alone almost never works. You're fighting a 200,000-year-old survival mechanism with a good intention. The intention loses. Every time. This isn't a character flaw, it's biology. There's a related concept that most people misunderstand. The comfort zone. People treat the comfort zone like it's a character flaw, like staying in it means you're weak or unmotivated. But your comfort zone isn't a failure, it's a feature. Your brain builds it deliberately. Every repeated behavior, every familiar environment, every routine, your brain encodes these as safe, low energy cost, predictable outcome, no threat. Stepping outside, it doesn't just feel uncomfortable, it feels dangerous. Your heart rate increases slightly. Your stress response activates. Your brain sends a clear signal. Go back. The key insight is this: the discomfort you feel when trying to change isn't a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that your brain is working exactly as designed. The discomfort is the process. You're not supposed to feel comfortable when you're changing. That feeling is the change. So if the brain resists change by design, how do we actually change? The answer is neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to physically rewire itself based on new experiences and repeated behaviors. Every time you perform a new action, neurons fire together. And as neuroscientist Donald Hebb famously described, neurons that fire together, wire together. The more you repeat a behavior, the stronger the neural pathway becomes. The easier the behavior gets, until eventually, it becomes automatic. It becomes part of who you are. This is both the problem and the solution. The problem? Your old habits and patterns have strong neural pathways built up over years. They fire automatically, without effort. New behaviors start with weak pathways. They require conscious effort every single time. The solution? Repetition builds the pathway. You don't need motivation. You don't need to feel ready. You just need enough repetitions for the new pathway to become stronger than the old one. Research from University College London found that on average, it takes 66 days of consistent repetition for a new behavior to become automatic. Not 21 days, as the popular myth suggests. 66. Some behaviors take longer. But the mechanism is the same. You are literally building a new brain, one repetition at a time. But there's one more layer to this, and it might be the most important thing in this video. Your brain doesn't just resist behavioral change, it resists identity change. Because the way you see yourself, your beliefs about who you are, is stored as deeply as any habit. and your brain will consistently generate behavior that matches your identity and resist behavior that contradicts it. If you believe you're someone who struggles with discipline, your brain will find evidence to confirm that. If you believe you're someone who doesn't exercise, every attempt to go to the gym will feel like swimming against the current. This is why the most effective change doesn't start with behavior. It starts with identity. Instead of, "I'm trying to exercise more," "I'm someone who takes care of their body." Instead of, "I'm trying to read more," "I'm a learner." Instead of, "I'm trying to be more productive," "I'm someone who respects their time." When the identity shifts, the behavior follows. Because now you're not fighting your brain, you're working with it. The brain's job becomes confirming who you already believe you are. Small actions, repeated consistently, are what build the evidence for the new identity. You don't decide to change who you are and then act differently. You act differently, one small rep at a time, until the evidence is undeniable. So here's what we know. Your brain resists change because change is risk. The comfort zone exists to protect you, and willpower alone will never be enough because you're fighting biology with intention. But neuroplasticity means your brain is never fixed. Every repetition strengthens a new pathway. Every small action builds a new identity. And the discomfort you feel when you try to change isn't failure. It's the process working. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to feel motivated. You just need to start and repeat. That's it. That's the whole science. If this helped you understand yourself a little better, that's exactly what clearer thinking is here for. Subscribe for a new video every week, and if you haven't watched last week's episode on the 5-second rule, it pairs perfectly with this one. I'll link it above. See you next week.